Source told me, God told me to cut off my music and come on here and make a video. I was just kind of observing myself in just these last 30 days while I just pulled up to work here. And I've come to realize that there are some habits, emotional habits, mental habits, that I'm ready to let go of. I'm ready to let go of rushing these videos and rushing the message just because I think or I feel that people won't be patient enough to listen to me, or also I think that I take a while to get the message out. I want to take the next 7 days to deliberately be a true observer of my thoughts and my emotions and what I'm doing. I really want to be in the driver's seat of how I'm living my life, not to the point where it is overwhelming or it's strenuous on myself, on my mental, but to the point where I'm really making a deliberate action towards letting go of ideologies, of thought forms that don't serve me and don't serve where I want to continue journeying on, so I can make room and I can think and accept and truly hone in the thought forms that empower me, that empower the energy that is within all of us. As I continue to make videos daily, within the last couple weeks, one of the thoughts that has skipped across my mind a couple times was, what happens when this whole channel, this whole platform, for lack of better phrases, what happens when my life starts to blow up, right? What happens when we start to really get to that destination that is in our minds, that is in our hearts, right? Whatever that may be, 30,000 subscribers, 100,000, really ultimately making this a career that is fruitful, that is helpful, that is fun, that is joyful, that is awesome. In order for me to create that path for myself, it is now time more than ever to really, really hone into who I am and what I am doing. Getting back to that last statement, because I kind of lost my train of thought. I was imagining getting to that sustainability where I really have a fruitful career in YouTube, because I really believe that it'll happen in a way overnight. It'll look like it'll be happening overnight. And real quick, I'm going to get back to your guys' comments today, okay? I just was out the door. I was meditating, had to run, didn't have to run. It was a beautiful run. Had some things to take care of. I usually like to get to the comments before I start my day. But I just want to let you guys know, okay? Because I really saw some awesome comments, some genuine, yeah, thank you guys. So just letting you know. But can you imagine everything just starts to take off for you and you still haven't really found your footing in who you truly are? You still haven't found your posture. You still haven't found your method. You still haven't really found your fit within yourself, right? So I've been thinking about that, or I haven't been thinking about it, but that's a thought that'll pop up into my mind periodically. Like, dude, you better get serious about what you're doing. I know you're serious, but you come on, you better tap into it. You know, it's like almost like going to the gym without having a diet. Like, you better start incorporating your nutrition, you know, or else all this gym time is just going to go down. It's not necessarily going to go down the drain. You're just not going to be able to capitalize on it as much as you could have. And now, as I say that, I don't even really need to, it's not even about capitalizing, right, on every single thing. You'll go crazy trying to capitalize and trying to get all the money that you can off the table. But what I really am saying is that if I want to, I know that the option is there where I can really focus into who I am, because I know that I haven't, hey girl, yeah, you better, if I wave at you, you better wave back, or else that's the last time I will ever even know you're there. She waved back, because I'm about to go in here. Listen, so I find that for me, I'm realizing that, not that I want to I want to get everything I possibly can today. I want to take all the money that today has to offer. I want to charge these people as much as I can. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that I want to be able, ready and willing to play this game at the best ability I can play this game of life in every moment. And again, going back to these 30 days, these last 30 days, this is the 31st day in a row that we posted a YouTube video. Going back to these last 30 days, it's just really giving me a good reflection of where I'm at in life. And shout out to Eagle Eye, okay? And it was funny because after I shut off that video, I realized it's a full moon, and it was a full super moon yesterday. So I noticed that. But yeah, your comment, I was like, okay, yeah, somebody, because I knew somebody was gonna say it in the comments. So I say all of this to say, and I share, anytime I'm sharing any type of video like this, it's not to just vent. I'm not just venting. You understand that? I'm not just trying to vent on YouTube. I'm really just trying to give you guys a peek into my life, into my mind, for the main reason of maybe you'll be able to relate, so you can loosen up some of that resistance that you've been traveling through. You can lighten up and you can get out some of that mud that you've been moving through. So, you know, maybe it'll strike a chord, maybe it'll hit a neural pathway. That's the main reason why I come on here and I put myself, I guess you can say, in a vulnerable. This isn't vulnerable to me. I don't have anything to hide. I'm not afraid of anything. But when I put myself, I guess, out in the open like this, and I kind of am open and honest with you guys about how I feel, because I'm not afraid to genuinely tell you that, you know what, I'm not where I want to be. You're never going to be where you want to be. As soon as you get to where you want to be, you're going to want to be somewhere else, right? So really the key is the journey. That's why they say the key is the journey. So, but the main reason why is just because I want to just show you guys. I want to be transparent. I know this can help somebody. I know this can help somebody. I know that there's still people that are just looking for some type of outlet. They're looking, they thought it was going to be Ralph Smart. They thought it was going to be, you know, Sadhguru. They thought it was going to be all these different people. And, you know, yet, long and behold, they're still looking for that outlet. They're still looking for that clarity. And newsflash, guys, if you haven't really stepped back and look at like how reality works, every individual is responsible for figuring out how they individually tick. And as they share that and give that back to the world, that will strike a chord in the next person and the next person. And then before you know it, we got a ripple, domino, snowball, trifecta happening in this world. And now we live in a utopia, okay? I don't want to live in a utopia. I do, you know, want competition. I do want, you know, actually not competition, but I do want a balance, right? I'm just going to live on the utopian side of that balance. And then, you know, whoever wants to live in the dystopia, I think right now we're all in the middle, right? But But that's the thing about your reality. It can change in an instant. And that's why I wanted to propose on myself. I don't want to get you guys all into these challenges. That's why I want to propose on myself this 7 days. I really want to tap in and be deliberate. I'm not going to do like video titles like that. I just wanted to put that out into the ether, because I know that's my next step. My next step isn't setting up all these cameras and getting these angles and doing these daily vlogs. My next step is to really get comfortable, truly, to a degree I haven't even felt, but a degree that I know I'm headed towards. Comfortable in my skin. So every day I win before I even play the game. Because everything happens in here first. I'm back into my meditation, right? I know when I meditate daily for 9 minutes or more, it's almost like I'm letting room into my heart, into my mind, for Source to literally take a seat and co-pilot with me, or I co-pilot with Source. So I understand, and I'm being called to really tap into, and I really, I want to just say I really feel good about how I felt in this whole video. You know, there are little implications, there are little breadcrumbs that if you were to pay attention and be conscious about, you will get direct feedback on, hey, am I there? Am I doing it? Oh, am I behind? Oh, have I lost sight? Oh, okay, let me center back in. So, you know, some of the things that I'm going to be doing to really anchor me into my inner being, my true mind, body, spirit self. You guys know the first one. I'm gonna run, okay? My first thing I'm gonna be doing is running. The second thing I'm gonna be doing is taking care of my nutrition. Now, how I take care of my nutrition is dramatically different than most people, but I will be showing you guys how I take care of my nutrition. I continue to do that because it kind of complements the first thing. And if I don't do the second thing, then the first thing feels poopy, okay? The third thing, I love making videos. I love creating content. I even like creating content to where I get to edit it and I get to be cinematic, right? What are some other things? The fourth thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to really be deliberate when it comes to being an observer of my thoughts, right? I'm going to be an observer of my emotions, right? So before I get out into my world, this kind of is hand in hand with, did I say meditation? Did I say meditation? I said fitness, or I said running, nutrition, whatever. So I get ahead of my day. That's why meditation is so important, that I clear my mind. It's really, see, it's truly about a clearing, right? It's truly about a letting go, right? That's why this game of life is such a riddle, because I truly believe that less is more. When you really think less, you have time to take on and see, to comprehend more, right? When you ground yourself and you slow down your thought, not only are you able to get out of your way, but you're able to receive the thought. You know how you forget something and all of a sudden you just remember it when you like, forget it. And then like, oh, I remember it now. Or you know how all of a sudden, like, where I used to, which I still always do, I like to freestyle when I hear a good beat. And there'll be times when my energy feels good and I know that before I even start to freestyle, I'm gonna be flowing, right? Versus there's other times when my energy is lower and I'm not like feeling like that fun, life path 3, that 3 energy, right? Where I know it's like, I know this is gonna be a weak ass freestyle. I'm not even gonna freestyle, right? So we know that there is this mode that we get into where we have this, it's almost like the Akashic records, right? Where we let go, right? When you are figuring out, you're constricted, right? When you constrict, right? There's no room for anything to get into. But when you let go and you flow, and I forget what the opposite word of constrict is, but when you let go, now there's room for air, for God, right? I believe God is in the air. I believe God is, water. I believe God is all around us. But Now you have time. Now you're making room so you can receive those thoughts versus, oh my God, I always gotta, oh my God, how do I do this? That's constriction. I think everything is gonna work out for me. I can see that if I think about this, it's not time to think about this right now. When it comes to let me get more comfortable within myself before I start thinking about what type of content, what's gonna be my daily content. How am I gonna get to 2 videos a day? How am I gonna get to those cool vlogs? You know what? I can tell when I ask myself those questions, I start to feel a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for, source? A little bit overwhelmed. I start to feel a little bit of anxiety. That tells me with that emotion, those aren't the right thoughts. You know what the right thoughts are always? How am I feeling about myself? Am I grounded? Do I feel confident within myself for no reason? Because that's the only reason why you should feel confident, for no reason, right? Do I feel good about who I am, right? Do I feel connected not only to me, but to my source, right? We all know how we feel when we feel connected to source, God, when we don't feel, right? You feel like something's off for no reason versus when you feel like something's on, right? So these are some of the things, these are some of the ways that I'm really going to be checking in on myself. And I'm really looking forward to not only in 7 days, but a day by day connection. Because at the end of the day, we love momentum on this channel, right? We got 31 days of momentum. You think I'm going to stop making videos right now? You think I'm about to celebrate? No, not to say, I could have cracked had a couple shots last night. No. 27, 25, a little under 2,600 calories yesterday. Had some Kodiak cakes, had some Lotus cookie butter. You know what I'm saying? That was, I guess, the celebration. Really, I was looking forward to, all right, now let's really get into it. Now we warmed up. Let's really get into it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all the love and support once again. Just FYI, I will be getting back to those comments tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow in the AM, as we usually do, okay? But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love and support. If it wasn't for you guys, the 30 days would have been twice as hard, but when you guys show up, not to say, I'm not trying to do this to, listen, I don't want to keep saying this every video to make it seem like, all right, I'm trying to prime them so they come back next video. I really genuinely mean it. I don't need, you guys can disappear for a couple videos if you want to. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Okay. Look forward to this week, more details to come out for the running club. Right now, I believe that there is 4 or 5 of us, but you know how we do it over here, at least for now. Everything's light and airy. So, we'll make a nice, light, smooth itinerary on what we're going to do, when we're going to do it, some easy guidelines and parameters. We're going to check in once or twice a week, and we're just going to do the do, baby. So I appreciate you guys. I hope every one of you has a great day. Whatever you're doing, man, just make sure you're doing it with love and you're having fun. And the only person that you want to make feel good, that you're trying to impress, is yourself. And that's it. Love and light to all. And to all, love and light. Forever out. I don't know why I just did a damn hand heart. Hand heart. Thank you. Thanks for the roses. Ride you like a cowgirl. What's up? All right, bye-bye.